Ovevekuve. I'm just seeing this report here from Punch. It says Bola Tinubu may bar revenue generating agencies from collecting revenues on behalf of the federal government as he plans to introduce a single agency, Nigeria Revenue Service, to handle the task. Hey, it doesn't matter who is president. It doesn't matter. Da, 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 da. Really? I think by the time people get to know what it means to have competence, character, capacity as the head, rather than anyhowness, with this belief that people have that magically everything is going to be okay. I think we need to get to that place for people to really understand relationship between governors and their lives. It says Bola Tinubu may bar revenue generating agencies from collecting revenues on behalf of the federal government as he plans to introduce single agency, Nigeria Revenue Service, to handle the task. This came as the federal government instituted a comprehensive set of fresh tax reforms aimed at significantly boosting revenue collection. The reforms designed to enhance the efficiency of collecting direct taxes, along with various levies that are imposed on behalf of the government, will bar the Nigerian Customs Service, Nigerian Ports Authority, and 60 other revenue collection agencies from participating in revenue collection activities, but will lead to the creation of the Nigeria Revenue Service. By implementing these changes, the government seeks to streamline the tax collection process, ensuring that all taxable entities contribute their fair share and that the revenue generated is maximized to support public services and infrastructure development. Let me just stop here to say, when you see those things written on paper, they look fantastic, they look good, they will tell you all the words that you need to hear to make you feel, relax and think this is something great. But in reality, it's usually different. You're going to put this control. We're already having problem in Nigeria with the fact that when it comes to corruption, when it comes to accountability, when it comes to transparency, there are issues with these parastatals, these agencies, and then you now come in a way that you're going to put this whole power in one particular agency, that it will not be whoever it is that is occupying the office of the president, whether legitimately or illegitimately, that would be the one that will control the whole of that, going on. Do we understand what it is? Yes, in some countries, of course, you might ask, why do you even need so many different revenue collection agencies? Why can't one person just do it, streamline it, make it easy? But it's about control. It's about lack of integrity. It's about corruption. It's about the looting spirit that seems to follow those who have been entering office, who seem to think that the commonwealth is their personal wealth. It's about lack of accountability. It's about lack of transparency. These are the issues that are the main issues that are very worrisome. And we've seen what has happened with the alpha beta in Lagos, how every revenue that is said, it's reported that every collection that is done, they have a percentage. You're going to have alpha powerful people, super powerful people. I mean, if I'm getting 0.1% of revenue collected in Nigeria, I know what that is going to be. That's not small amount of money. You might look at it 0.1% is such a small amount, but by the time you put it together cumulatively, you're talking about a very huge amount here. So these are the things that people have talked about. I remember before the election, someone said that if you people allow Tinubu to become president, that he's not, that unlike Buhari, like the person said, unlike Buhari and his group that came in, ate what they were going to eat and left, that this guy is never going to leave. They're going to entrench themselves in every way, just as they've done in Lagos, and then control Lagos and own Lagos. And as we see things going on in Nigeria now, it's almost as if that's exactly what he wants to replicate on the full run in Nigeria. But I would say that Nigeria is not Lagos. Nigeria is not Lagos, anyways. The policy directive was instituted on Thursday when Tinubu forwarded 4 executive bills to the National Assembly for consideration, aiming to implement significant tax reforms. Nigeria is contending with a revenue challenge that cuts across all government tiers but wants to attain a maximum tax to GDP ratio of 18%. The country's tax to GDP ratio is below Africa's average and ranks as one of the lowest in the world. This has led to fiscal deficit and over-reliance on borrowing to finance public spending, resulting in a cycle of inadequate funding for socio-economic development. The thing also is here, if you don't empower your citizens, how are you going to tax them? If you don't give your citizens the enabling environment for them to be able to grow, to thrive, how are you going to tax them? That's where macroeconomics, comes into play. You have to Government has to come in, put in those policies that will ensure that there's enabling environment for people to be able to work, to be able to earn money. When people are able to work, when people are able to earn money, they definitely will spend money and they will save money. The monies that are spent are there to be used. The ones being spent will ensure that companies, industries, they will be able to make more, sell more, employ more people, be able to pay more taxes. The people they are paying, those ones will also be able to pay taxes. The monies that are saved are available there for people to be able to borrow, for businesses to borrow, and for them to use it in their businesses, for them to be able to pay interest back to the banks and all of that. And it's that circular flow of income. It keeps going. But if you don't have this enabling environment, you say you want to tax people inside their poverty, you want to kill them. How is that possible? That is not possible, at all. One of the key proposals is the renaming of the Federal Inland Revenue Service to the Nigeria Revenue Service. A source at the presidency, however, hinted that the new bill would not lead into a merger, but seek to remove the revenue collection arm from the agencies and allocate its function to the Nigeria Revenue Services. There is no merger of agencies. The bill will only take the revenue collection arm of each agency involved and take it to the Nigeria Revenue Service. The plan is that the new revenue agency will be like the US or UK revenue agency that collects all government revenues, while other agencies like NIMASA, NPA, Customs, etc. will now focus on their core mandate, which is trade facilitation. There is no merger at all. Yes, in UK and those places, the UK has rule of law. The UK, US, they have rule of law. They have accountability, they have transparency. Politicians who get into office don't treat commonwealth as their personal wealth. And these are things that we don't have in place. And so when you put all of this in one hand, it's just a matter of carrying a stooge, putting the stooge there, and then doing whatever it is that you're going to do. Anyway, the bill goes on. There's a whole lot there. I'm not just going to bore you with that whole thing, but just to say that, hey, the whole alpha beta thing, I mean, is just literally just gonna just be playing out. Like, you saw uh some of the comments that came out, like somebody say alpha beta Lagos boys loading, and there's someone say hopefully Nigeria Revenue Service will not be people by relatives of somebody in power and from a section of the country. Hopefully, this body will not mirror what happened in Lagos State once upon a time. Another one says it's a good idea if that agency is transparent. And so that's the thing. It's not about the idea. It's about what can happen, especially with the kind of system that we have in Nigeria. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.